I love it. We're in the rain here. We're getting a little rain on our
Let's do that
Pinot.
properly.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Welcome to Georgian Vineyard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell me about Georgian
Well,
Vineyard.
this is our most northernly property in Russian River Valley.
We're still in Sonoma County.
We are in Sonoma County. We are on the west side of Sonoma County. We're only a few miles from the beach. A little warmer up here, maybe 10 or 15 degrees warmer actually on any summer day than our Meredith estate, which is down at the very the southern border.
So tell me your story as a winemaker.
It's 35 years of a story, but to shorten it up, I guess I would just say that my mom didn't really like to cook. And so by the time I left home to go to Berkeley, I was actually cooking 5 nights a week for my family. And so that making beer became an extension of cooking. Making wine was just another extension of that.
So why the special interest in Pinot Noir?
Well, I fell in love with it first off because when I went to Mount Eden, my very first job, I wound up on an 1,800-foot high mountain in Santa Cruz with an old Pinot vineyard that happened to be planted on a great site, great exposure, the right clone or selection of Pinot. I mean, I just fell into this thing. So I thought making Pinot, that all
like
Pinots
meant to
would be
be,
like that,
kind of,
you know?
yeah.
And so I just loved it. I loved it much more than the Cabernet or the Chardonnay we were making there.
So you loved it personally as from a taste standpoint?
Yes, hedonistically. I love that, and I love the texture, the roundness, more elegance. So I just fell in love with it, not realizing that I was in a special place and making Pinot from a wonderful old vineyard that wasn't going to exist when I left there. The winemaking was easy there because I had great grapes. That's what it's all about. That's why we grow so many of our own vineyards now. I've been offered grapes from all over the country. I've certainly been offered grapes from the coastal areas, from the south, from Oregon, but that would just be getting grapes from somebody. I would have no participation. And I like to participate in the growing because that's very important with Pinot. With Pinot Noir, it's about out here and doing this.
So it's the terroir, and
it's the terroir, and it's the care.
Okay.
Some people say the terroir includes the farmer. So I say that when we bring the grapes in and I make that decision, yes, that's an important one, but by the time when I make that decision, I have then ended my ability to do anything out here. So 75% of my work has been done. So then after that, my job is not to screw things up.
Okay.
My job is to make sure that all the effort we spend out here creating great aroma, great texture, great potential texture is then captured and preserved in the winery.
What about your Sauvignon Blanc? Did the Sauvignon Blanc practice, come after Pinot Noir?
Well, the Sauvignon Blanc was supposed to be a very small project. It was supposed to be a wine we made occasionally, not every year, for winemaker dinners to round out the dinner. Start off with a bottle of sparkling wine or start off with a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc. So anyway, we started off with 120 cases in 2001, and then all I can say that when we took it to dinners, people just fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And so we started making a little bit more, and I was very conflicted about it in the beginning because people couldn't understand what a Pinot Noir, Burgundian winemaker supposedly, was doing making a Sauvignon Blanc. I made a lot of Chardonnay in my day, and under all the different labels I've made wine for. But I love Sauvignon Blanc because it's lively. It's something that I could probably drink every night of the week. So now we're up to 5,000 cases.
Wow.
So, but I mean, it's because people love it. I'll make what people love.
So what's in our glass?
So this is the Tobias Glen. This is from a little vineyard in our hometown of Forestville. So that would be about 10 minutes back down the river.
Tobias Glen. And so, in your words, describe for me, the difference between the Tobias Glen and, say, just the Russian River Valley Pinot Noir, which is a blend.
Well, all of the individual vineyard designated or single vineyard wines have a unique personality. This one is grown in a very cool area of Forestville. It's all French Dijon clones, all designed to be grown in a cool area. So it tends to be very focused on almost like a blue fruit. At some phase of its life, it has a very strong blueberry character. So it's just coming along nicely here. This was released in the fall.
Well, Mary, thank you again so
Well,
much.
thank you so much.
I think you're a real icon, and I continue to love your wines, and I certainly wish you the best.
Thank you.
Thanks. Fantastic.